Oh, my good friend, you are here to visit Rabbi of Elohim, the greatest Kabbalah of Enzoan, because you see this Torah title, and you want Rabbi of Elohim to give you the rightful interpretation to this title of Torah. So what Torah title do we have? Torah Interpretation of Beresheet. Beresheet is Hebrew language. Translated of Beresheet to English, it becomes Genesis, chapter 1, verse 26. Let us make man, part 1. In this verse, we are going to be talking about two words. One, the present one we are living, and the second one is the supernal world, where the soul of all the human entity come from. The supernal world that we are going to discuss is about Ze'ape. Ze'ape is Hebrew language. Translated of Ze'ape to English, it becomes small things, six shaba that include themselves together, which means we have six beings that control the world, as you are seeing right now in this picture that I'm revealing to you. Now, who said, let us make man? Was it Elohim of Bina, this six shamba that you are seeing? Or Elohim of Makut, which means the present world that we are living? Which among them says, let us make man? Rabbi of Elohim, I look into this verse and I continue by saying, this is like a king who had many buildings to build, and he had a craftsman. The craftsman did not do anything without the permission of the king, which is the supernal kingdom. Good. As it is written, then I was by him as a nursling. Meshle. Meshle is Hebrew language. Translated of Meshle to English, it becomes Proverb, chapter 8, verse 30. The king is most certainly the supernal wisdom above, which is Abba. And the central pillar is the king down below, namely Ze'ape that you are seeing right now. 2. Elohim. The craftsman above is the supernal Iman and Elohim. Iman is Hebrew language. Translated of Iman to English, it becomes mother. The craftsman below is the Shekhinah below. Shekhinah is Hebrew language. Translated of Shekhinah to English, it becomes divine presence of the Holy One, blessed be His, that His name is called Hashem Elohim of Enzoha. A wife is not permitted to do anything without the permission of her husband. Of all the buildings that were in the way of Atsalutu, that is, in the word of Atsalutu, Abba will say to Ima. Abba is Hebrew language. Translated of Abba to English, it becomes father. Ima is mother, which means that father will say to mother. That is why it says Abba will say to Ima, let it be so, and so. And immediately it was so, done by Ima. It is written, and Elohim said, let there be light. Good. And there was light. And said, alludes to the owner of the building, Abba, who said to Elohim, let there be light. So Abba uttered the word, and the craftsman, Ima, completed the task immediately. And this was the same in every edifice, namely the grade that came into being by the way of Atsalutu, where Abba will say, let there be a firmament, and let there be luminaries, and Ima will complete everything in an instant. Rabbi of Elohim, the greatest Kabbalah of Enzohan, I look into this teaching of this title, and I continue by saying, when he reached the grade of the word of separation, which is the word of divided, that is, to create the soul of man in the word of Brinya, the craftsman then said to the owner of the building, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, which is Beresheet. Beresheet is Hebrew language. Translated of Beresheet to English, it becomes Genesis chapter 1, verse 26. This means different from the old work of creation until the creation of man. While the owner of the building uttered this word, here the craftsman uttered the word, shall sing before you, because it is finished, which means that the human entity that they said, let us make man. When the Makut himself, which is the Sheshina that resided in this world, have to say to the supernal kingdom, which is the happy, that let us make man. Then the response of the supernal kingdom, which are these 6 shamba, these 6 angels that you are seeing right now, have to respond the Sheshina of Hashem Elohim, that the man that shall sing before you, and because it's finished. Now, as it is written, a wise son make a glad father, which is the Zeapin, the supernal kingdom. But the finished son is the grave of our mother, which is Makut, the present world that we are living. Meshle is Hebrew language. Translated of Meshle to English, it becomes Proverb chapter 10, verse 1. This means that Abba announced to that the sin of man will not affect him, which is this 6B, supernal kingdom that you are seeing. Say, okay, Sheshina of Makut, the present world we are living. If you created man, when there's sin, the sin will not affect us, but it will affect you. This means that Abba announced that the sin of man will not affect him. It will affect only a man, which is the mother. For a foolish son is the grave of his mother. The man said, because his sin are related to Ima and not Abba, I wish to create him in my own image. That is what the word said, as it is written. So Elohim created man in his own image, which is Beresheet. Beresheet is Hebrew language. Translated of Beresheet to English, it becomes Genesis chapter 1, verse 27. Note that it is not written in our own image, because she did not want Abba to have any share in his creation, which means Abba, the supernal kingdom. He does not want it to have any share in his creation, only him. So, for this reason, may the peace of Shabbat Shalom be with each and every one of you as you have listened to the teaching of Hashem Elohim of Ein Zohan today. My name remains the same Rabbi of Elohim, the greatest Kabbalah of Ein Zohan. Shabbat Shalom.